We're 2 hours into trading. It is Thursday, April 29th. Hello, traders. Lots of big earnings releases yesterday. We had the FOMC statement yesterday. Let's start off with yesterday's pick, see how that's faring. I have been focusing on day trades. Yesterday's pick was DVN. The video was recorded here with the stock at about 2370 or so. You can see that the stock marginally finished higher for the day. Now, the market did pull back yesterday, so it was able to hold its own. And this morning, it gapped all the way up to 2480. So about a dollar gain from when the video was recorded. Relative strength is the key to our trading. So let's put up the SPY so that you can see relative strength. Look what the market did yesterday. So you've got this run up and this big drop into the close after the FOMC statement. What did the stock do? Grind, grind, grind higher. This morning, stock pops up with the market. Market pulls back. Look at what the stock did. It held its own. So if you were long this stock, you had time to contemplate whether or not you needed to get out of the position and take profits. That is precious, precious time. And that is our edge that we lean on all the time. So you can see how the market pulled back. Now, let's take a look at the market and then let's find a pick for today. You can see big gap open. Go to the daily chart, new all-time high, and boom, market pulls back. We had another similar instance back in November. Look at that big gap up for the market on November 9th, and then look what happened the entire day. Massive sell-off. So, yes, we did recover, and yes, we did grind higher. This is going to be an opportunity to wait for support and to try and buy a few stocks, looking for some follow through in here. However, I feel that now that tech stocks have announced earnings, there's going to be some letdown. Tons of excitement going into these big tech earnings, and they delivered. My God, Apple and Facebook knocked the cover off the ball. Google, super strong. Microsoft traded lower after the number, but still excellent results. So earnings have been coming out better than expected. In fact, the margin of exceeding estimates has not been this great in over a decade. So the market is pricing in good news and it's getting fantastic news. So there is a little bit of gas left in the tank, but the market is overextended. If the market were not overextended, you would not see profit taking like this. Now, this bounce right in here, you can see how the 10p indicator was telling us to get short right in here. Bearish cross. There was your entry point right in here. A little bit early, but that's what the indicator does. It is early, it is predictive. So we get a nice bounce in here. Now we have to be careful. So a couple of things could play out today. I'll tell you what I believe is the most likely scenario. I believe that we're going to get a bearish cross in here, and the market's going to come back and retest the low of the day. I'm not sure if that low will hold, but I certainly believe that 417 on the SPY will hold and that we'll have a bounce later in the day. So I don't think that we're going to see a massive decline through this 417 level. But if you see heavy selling and we easily take out this low of the day, red bar stacked, red bar stacked, red bar stacked, that would be bearish and that would mean that we are going to take that 417 level out. But if we see just a tick, 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 mixed green and red candles on the way down, that would be a sign that this support level will hold. We may even see a higher low, and that should take place on this 10p bearish cross, and then we get the bullish cross in here with a higher low double bottom. That would give us smooth sailing to start considering some long positions. But right now, you have to hold off. You have to assume after a heavy round of selling like that, that this is only a bounce and that this is a bearish flag that's forming right here. You can see the selling pressure starting to increase a little bit as 10p starts to cross. I'm still going to stick on the bullish side because we had such fantastic news overnight and because the market just made a new all-time high today. So once support is established, we want to go in and find the best stocks. You always hear me say this. We want to wait for support and we want to buy dips because there are two things that happen. We get a better entry price by waiting. The second thing is we're able to evaluate relative strength. When the market is down, down, down like this, Wouldn't you want to know which stocks are up, up, up? That would indicate that even with broad market selling, that buyers are so anxious to get in that they are bidding up the stock. Well, that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to go into Pop Bull eventually, but right now I want to go into a day trading search and I want to look for relative strength 30. These are stocks that are moving higher. Market down, down, down. These are stocks that are going to be moving higher. And my pick of the day is right at the top of the list, Facebook. So look at Facebook. Market is selling off here. Stock is going higher. Buyers can't get enough shares. They want in. They don't care that the market's going down. They're so aggressive. They're buying no matter what. Any profit taker that's out there that wants to unload some shares, gobble, gobble, gobble. They're chewing up all those shares. This stock is going to go higher. That's how this works. Look at the market continue to drop. Look at how well Facebook is holding up. So you'll see Facebook come in a little bit, but this is a stock that is strong relative to the market. GME, not going to go there. MMM, very nice. Look at that price action. Boom, the stock is moving higher with the market coming in. Go to that daily chart to look at MMM. There's your earnings announcement. Probably got a little bit ahead of itself, but the stock is recovering very nicely. LU, another one on the list. Let's put up those major moving averages so that we can see where they come into play. LU, I highlighted this last week. Looks great, or maybe it was earlier this week. That stock looks fantastic. I love the fact that it's above these major moving averages and that it compressed, it held these gains. That tells me buyers are lined up. Goodbye. Stock is going to continue to move higher. 5-minute chart, market selling off. Look at that stock making a new high for the day. That's the edge that we trade. That's why our probability of success is so high. This is a systematic approach you should learn. Don't confuse relative strength with RSI, two completely different things. RSI, I find to be of very little value. Relative strength, on the other hand, that is what we base all of our trading decisions off of. So let's go back into the swing trading search. I've been highlighting Pop Bull. It's my favorite swing trading search. Right at the top of the list, Facebook. I like Facebook on market support today. You can see how well the stock has held up. Going to the daily chart, big gap up higher, massive revenue beat on earnings. There's earnings after the close. It is going to hold this gap. You can see how strong it's been all day. If this move were all fluff, you would have seen wham, 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 wham. This gap would have filled and profit takers would have come in and they would have nailed that stock, but they aren't able to do that because the bid is so strong. Qualcomm, also pretty nice. You can see how it's trying to get above this 100-day moving average and hold on a weak market, but you can see this is a case where there is some selling pressure and it is trying to fill in that gap. But I would like to know when Qualcomm gets above that high. So I'm going to drop a GTC alert line. I double clicked on it. It will be a horizontal line after today, but for today it draws vertically. Take a look at a couple of other CMCSA, Comcast, nice little upward sloping trend line through the 50-day earnings before the open. Yeah, that's pretty strong today. Downward sloping trend line, breach to the upside. Yes, I think this stock has some room to go. MPC is a stock that I've highlighted in the last couple of days. I like this horizontal support. Nice breakout there above the 50-day moving average. Downward sloping trend line breach. Yeah, MPC also looks quite good, but it's giving back some of its earlier gains. Energy stocks in general have been fairly strong recently. BAC, really nice gap up. You can see how it's been able to hold its own. Market coming in right there. Stock compressing. That's what we want to see. Daily chart, stock is breaking out to a new high. BAC. Really like it. I'm still going to go with Facebook as my pick of the day, though. You have to wait for the market to find support. Do we make a higher low double bottom? If yes, then you can start scooping some of the stocks that I just showed you. These are pretty strong red candles. If we easily take out the low of the day right here, you've got to be patient. and you have to wait for support on that 417 level. It's not likely to happen, but if we close below 417, that's going to leave a very nasty candle on a daily chart, and you're going to see a long red candle off of that high. Those usually take a little bit of time to recover from, and then the market can continue to move higher. Or if you get a follow through red candle, that's not good. That would signal that we have a short-term top in place for a while. As I've been mentioning to you, do not chase. I have not been swing trading. I have been day trading. Lots of sector rotation intraday, been keeping us very, very busy. Short squeezes have been a phenomenal place for us as well. I think that the market's going to have some letdown. I've been pointing to this right in here. So you had earnings season starting out right in here. Everything's good. You get a little dip. Now, a lot of excitement into big tech giant earnings releases. They're done releasing. What happens? Letdown. All the bullish speculators start getting out of their positions. You start seeing some profit taking. Once the bullish speculators are flushed out, that's your entry point right in here. And then you've got some nice upside. That's what I'm expecting to see. I love the news. I think we're in a great sweet spot right now. Good economic news is not good news is bad news because the Fed is on the sidelines. They aren't going to tighten. Earnings have been fantastic. Buy dips and do not chase. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you for watching this YouTube video. I'm Pete Stolzers and I'm going to keep the trade ideas coming along with lots of education, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and please turn on your notifications so that you never miss another trade. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. I've loaded 2 other videos that I think you're really going to enjoy. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.